Open man right side is St. Brown. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Goff on third down. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Into the hands of Perry, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Hill. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Saints had 7-4 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 10. A first carry here for Kene Nwangwu. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 43-yard line. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They'll go right back to the Nwangwu. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Hill now to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off play action. Here's Goff. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Just beating the play clock is Hill. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over first and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 43, here's second and 6. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing on third, gone. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That gain on third down, good for 28.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, it's gone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. In the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And Kamara's going to have a Saints first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. Again, it's Kamara. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. They'll try the air now with Hill. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Kamara up the middle. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Lions' 18-yard line.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. On second down, Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Goff. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
We're good.
Goff throwing again. That is caught by Laporta. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the Saints' 28-yard line.
2nd and 9. Goff now to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Goff. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gibbs. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Goff. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. 1 second, all that remains. A final shot before break. Hill. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Inside the booth alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Here's Hill now on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Third and long. It's Hill. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Oh, spinning away. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They throw it out right complete. They juked him. Still going. Inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. Fourth down conversion plays. You usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Perry. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they don't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. From the end zone, Goff. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, the pressure nearly got him in the end zone, but he's able to get rid of it just in time.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Gibbs straight ahead. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field, despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Williams loses the football, but it looks like one of the DBs has it. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. Taken down at the 47-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
47-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Hey, 76! 76! 76!
To throw on 2nd down is gone. Short pass here taken in by Laporta. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Williams, the man in motion left. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Pretty good 1st down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside. Quarterback tucks it and keeps it. Quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. St. Brown in motion right. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll try the air now with Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes they're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Patterson's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And they're going to speed things up here. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Second down, and it's Kamara again. Dodges him at the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And even 150 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. Dancing to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. A little bit of a breakdown there defensively, and the RPO turns into a big chunk play.
And when you think about running offense, the word comes to mind, assignments, right? Because you have to carry those out. But you have to play assignment football on defense, too.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. That one let go deep for Laporta. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
4 down.
There's Goff. That's caught at the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, Goff. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
DC. 12. Go.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, and as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
On second down, here's Goff. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long. From his goal line here, Goff. And it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Trying to run down some clock with Camaro. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Hill now to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Room here to run. And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the run to seal a victory for him. But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. Not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for the Saints, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11, and they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.